Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Stockradar Stocks on the Road for another week. Today's date is the 22nd of the 2nd, 2024, day before my birthday. I'm 65 tomorrow. I've been around for a long time in the stock market, and I've enjoyed it, and every day I enjoy getting up and seeing what it's doing. Okay, my name is Richard Lee, and I manage the stockradar.com.au website for you. It's like cleaning your bedroom, cleaning your cupboards, cleaning your garage, or even the kitchen cupboards. Cleansing suddenly makes you feel prepared and ready to focus on the things that are important without the baggage of, I should clean I should do this, I should do that. So I'm going to try and focus your mind today on the Trading Centre and how it helps you. So today we talk about Stockradar's Trading Centre, what it is, how it helps you, how it helps me identify certain stocks, and how it keeps your stock data cupboard clean and organised so you can focus on what's important, which is trading stocks and making money, which is what we're all here for, okay? At the moment, the market's gone a bit crazy. FOMO, fear of missing out. Don't let it grab you. There are all sorts of stocks moving off now. Just focus on the few that you need to and stay in control. You can't get them all. There's plenty moving, so to keep an eye on it. The Trading Centre provides direction on identifying those special stocks about to make a move. And if you want the inside info, the charts will help take you there before it all happens, like Boral, like Altium. There are many others like that at the moment that are doing that. CSR did it yesterday. So we're going to look at these stocks and look at the Trading Centre and look at how we can try and help you identify these stocks and keep it organised and not be sort of pulled off in every different direction about different ideas and strategies and expert opinions. So just really keeping focus on what we do and how we do it. So we don't know what they're buying, okay? We just know that sometimes they are. It shows up on the chart. So sometimes it culminates in a strong trend, sometimes a bid. Whatever the reason it is, the price is rising and we want to be following it, okay? So my strategy is to make sure that I'm on every trending move for every stock that I cover, okay? I cover 160 stocks because I'm a commercial enterprise. You don't need to cover that many stocks, but the stocks you do cover, you will get the uptrend in there if you follow this procedure. Okay, so tracking winners, what I'm all about today, and you can see some of the big ones that are moving off. Westpac moved off nicely this week, Reliance Worldwide, ARB, Goodman's already making new highs. So there are plenty of stocks, as I say, doing it at the moment. So I want to focus you on a few of those at the moment. So firstly, we're going to go to the stock bid count. Okay, so here we are, okay, with the top 10 stocks at the moment. Ampol sits at the top making new highs. Altium, we know there's been a bid there. It's gone through the roof. Car sales is just pottering along beautifully, making new highs every week. CBA is like an engine behind this market. It just keeps on motoring along. Cochlear is doing great guns. A bit of a pullback, but the buyers brought it straight back up again. GMG is making new highs. You can see the chart there. It's one of the property stocks, so they're not all doing it, but some are. GMG is the one that is doing it. So, we've got to be stock specific in what we do. CQG is doing very nicely. NextDC is making new highs. Premier Investments has made a new weekly high and is moving higher, and Reece also. So there are other stocks in there, rating 10s and 9s that are all doing very well in there, but they're the top 10 I've got at the moment on there. Okay, so that's those stocks there. And the stock bid count, it's up another 3 this week. We saw 1 drop out, and we've had 4 come in. We've got 58 from 183 stocks in the EFTs, of which there are 46 stocks of 160 stocks going up, so still plenty more there, but we've got some good stocks in there at the moment. 12 ETFs of 23 going up as well. Okay, so let's go to the markets, okay? So first we'll go to the Dow Jones. Okay, and we can see really not a lot's happened there. It's just holding up well. We've seen a little bit of selling appear as the market's come off a little bit, but it really is not doing anything at the moment. Not surprisingly, after this huge rally, 20% in about 4 months, which is a mammoth move, we're seeing a bit of selling hitting the market, but it's not really making much of a dent in the rally just yet. And the same thing with the S&P. It's come back a little bit, but it looks fine. And the Nasdaq's an interesting one because it's now got back to its old high and has found some resistance there. So we've got to be a little bit careful there. They moved pretty well in tandem, but there have been a little bit of divergence on occasion. So we've got to watch that tech stock. I know there's some mighty tech stocks moving off pretty well, Nvidia and things like that. So we just got to watch ourselves with that at the moment. So our market itself is just really holding fire on top, right at the highs here, just pottering around here. Now within that index, there are lots of stocks going up, some aren't going well. Now, we've seen some bad ones. Woolworths, there's a few stocks that really aren't doing very well at the moment, but there are plenty of stocks that are good, so that's what we focus on, the ones that are doing. Remember, we trade stocks, not the index. So within this index here, there are plenty of stocks going up and stocks going down that make up the index that we're holding fire. And I know the materials have had a little bit of a weakness, although they're having a bit of a counter trend day to day. But they've been generally weak, which have held the market back a little bit from some of those powerful industrial material stocks, consumer discretionary stocks, which have a little bit of a break today. But, there's some really good ones in there. So go to the commodities now. Gold, again, not really giving us much, just pottering around there. This is a support bubble here. It's struggling. We're seeing some selling start to come in here. It's flattening off the momentum. So we're pretty neutral on that one at the moment. Copper, again, it's floundering, going nowhere. We saw BHP's result this week. Iron ore is the big revenue earner. Then comes copper, which it's focusing on. BHP is really focusing on a lot of fewer commodities these days and getting really good focus on things like potash. It's really dropping nickel, which I think was about 2.7% of its revenue. So it really is becoming a very focused material stock. And it's shooting for what it believes is right, and that's what it should do. So things like iron ore and copper and potash are the ones that it's going for. Okay, so that's copper, which is really not helping the BHP share price at the moment. And crude, well, that's all been offloaded from BHP, but it's really not doing anything for our energy stocks. So we've got Woodside wallowing, Santos wallowing. They're not doing very well at all. Okay, so that is the indexes. Now let's go to the markets. Now, I've just got a few stocks here for you to have a look at. We know there's lots of things going crazy at the moment, but if we just want to have a look at a couple of the ones that we've been following, because it's really a matter of what you follow. It doesn't matter how many you're going up, it's a matter of the ones that are the quality ones. And Boral's been a quality one for us all through since the rally that began, a long time ago, back into the start of 23. It had a beautiful rally up through here. We kicked higher again. It's higher again last week. The trend intensity rating is 9. Again, we don't always know why they're buying. We just know they are. Which is all that matters, that they are buying. So we know Stokes wanted to clean this up, and now he's going to do that. So the market's got a bit excited again. But the industrial material stocks are generally on the up. And as Boral is, as James Hardy is, I'm going to look at Reliance Worldwide in a second, and CSR, we've got a great bid there, which has jumped the price as well, so we're making some good money on that one as well. And you'll find that, when stocks are in uptrends, that's when the upside surprises come. Okay, so whether it's a bid or whether it's just a good profit report, and we've seen some big jumps over the last few weeks. And if we look at we look at two stocks now. Altium, which is one stock, which again, we had a little entry here. It was just a new high. Nothing smart about this, but we live in the now. We follow a trend here. We've got a little bit of demand here, which if we push this up, look pretty good. Now we've got the big move here, which doesn't look quite as impressive, but it is impressive. Momentum is good. It went above the average and broke to new all-time highs, which give it a trend intensity rating of 10, and we've been lucky. We've got a surprise on the upside, but that's the way it is. We don't know which ones are going to happen, but this one did, which is a good one. So that's Altium. If we look at Reliance Worldwide, which is also in that sector, it's just had a good profit report, but again, a similar thing here. Whether somebody knew something or not, well, I hasten to say they didn't, but heaven knows what goes on in the stock market. I was involved with brokers many years ago, futures brokers and stock brokers, and it's a very interesting world they live in. And there's lots of information flying around the tables there. Anyway, let's not dwell on that. Reliance Worldwide made a new high, a sharp new high, back in December. Good volume, momentum, had a little bit of a lull for a few weeks, and all of a sudden this profit report came out, and we had a big jump on volume. So that's been a nice little learner for us there. I'll just get the name of the stock in there. Reliance Worldwide, trend intensity rating +9. Okay, now all these trend intensity ratings are from last week. Okay, so this week it will be a 10, and so a lot of the ratings here don't reflect what's happened this week. They're up to last week. So remember, I'm a weekly trader. I'm going to look at the trading centre in a minute, which is all from last Friday, and I don't really take into account what's happening this week until Friday's close, and we see what's happening. So I'm going to talk a bit about that soonish. Okay. of all the stocks we cover, there's always going to be one or two that aren't going to do exactly what we want them to do. Now, Deterra Royalties is one we've watched for a while. I know it's come off a bit today, and it may or may not go. It's still holding above this level here. It's come back here a couple of times and bounced pretty sharply, so we hold on, but these positions need to be managed. They won't all go off exactly the way we want, so we manage all positions appropriately, and we make sure that the losses are cut and the profits are run, okay? Because we're making some good profits and we don't want to ruin them by hanging on to stocks that are going down. So we're going to keep an eye on Deterra Royalties. Trend intensity rating is still 8, but we can see down here a little bit of selling is occurring and momentum's got a little bit flat, although quite strong. So it ain't over yet, but we'll just keep an eye on it. So that's what we do. Ventia Services, which I talked about before, another stock which all of a sudden, it's one of these new demerger stocks, which I cover in the newsletter, demerger lists, because often these demerger stocks have this initial trading pattern where they either rally or come back and they go into a sideways trading pattern as the market tries to understand what the business is and whether it's good or not. And often there's a trading range developed, which sort of happened to you with Ventia. It had a bit of rotation through between about $3 and about just over $2. Then we got a higher low and then it broke higher, and now we're seeing a good kick higher. Again, we can move up this volume here. You can probably see a little bit better if I kick it up here. So it's been quite good, especially this part here. But again, here it's a bit narrow, probably because a shortage of stock. Trying to get a hold of this one might be not so easy as it's going up quite fast. So the sellers are backing off and the buyers are chasing them at the moment. Trend intensity 9, that'll move to 10 next week. So Ventia Services has been quite a good stock for us from when it entered. Another one is GQG Partners, which went down when it first came on board, then went into a trading range, and then it's now broken out. And this is what we look for, the trading range, and the market says, yes, we like it, no, we don't like it. In this case, they say, yes, we do like it, so it's moved higher. We've seen very good volume, very good momentum, it's above the average. We just simply follow this with a stop loss. Okay, so the market aside, even we just followed these stocks, just these half a dozen stocks, we'd still be well in front. So that's the important thing to know. Have control over what you do, define your universe, define your stocks. I repeat this sort of thing all the time because it's important. Okay, because I know emotions can get a hold of us, and all of a sudden we want to shoot for everything, and we can't do that. Okay, so that's GQG Partners, which has also been a good one. Car Group, I'm just going to show this again because we must remember that when we have a profit, we hang on to it unless we're told to get out. So although we've got a really nice profit, we don't sell for the sake of it. We hang on, we lift our stop. Now this has gone up again this week, so our stop is down here at 31.05 and the price is 35.33. So we'll be raising this stop again at the end of this week if it holds this rally by the end of Friday. That's when we review all our stocks and we review the week's trade. Okay, trend intensity rating is 10. It's been a very delightful move to new highs, trend reversal to new highs, good consolidations, and just high highs and high lows the whole way through. All supported with momentum, volume, and the moving average, which has supported the movement nicely all the way through. So Car Group has been a good one for us. Okay, and just quickly, I just want to show you CSR. I know it's jumped above to about 850, I think, today. But again, we've held into this stock nicely. We saw a trend reversal here. We had a brief stop out here, which happens. We just make sure we protect because the stock could have come off here. It was near the all-time highs, just as easily could have, but it didn't. And it made a new high, so we followed this higher again. And now we're still in this stock here. And hopefully we'll get the benefit of the bid there if it hangs on. So we'll just have to wait and see. The company recommends that shareholders do nothing at the moment. So we're going to do nothing and just wait and see what happens here. In situations where there are bids like Altium, like CSR, I will raise my stop pretty significantly once the bids come on board, just to protect the gains that we've made, because we don't know what's going to happen in takeovers. I don't know. I just know when there's buying and it pushes the price higher, I raise my stop. So that's how I play it. And without knowing exactly what's going to happen in the end. Okay, so that's the stocks I wanted to follow for you today. So, yeah, well, the other stocks, things like the new entry of Westpac last week, things like GMD are doing well. Who knows, but you've got to be in it to win it. And for sure, some will and some won't. And that's where our management comes in of all our stocks, which I've been talking about now. So don't look for perfection, because you'll never find that. Just it's odds, probabilities and stops, and that's what will get you there in the end. So we just play the odds of a price rising. If it does, well and good. If it doesn't, we get stopped out. And that's how we play it. Okay, so now let's have a little look at the trading centre. Just wanted to show you a little bit about this, about how it works, just so you can understand how I organise the data. So this is just my simple landing page, and if I just simply log in here, and we come straight into the trading, or to the page for people who've logged in, for members. We've got what's in this week, what's out this week. Then we've got the trading centre, your portfolio newsletter chronicles. I'm going to go through those all at the moment, but mainly focusing on the trading centre today, because this is where I'm organising your data. Your cupboard is clean, your data is clean, so we can focus on what we're doing here. So take you through what I do here. This is where I'm buying, what I'm selling for the week. Okay, I then go, this is all the stocks that I currently hold and all their trend intensity ratings, so I can see exactly my portfolio. There will be 46 stocks there out of the 160 that are currently have qualified trend. In fact, there's I've got the ETFs in there as well, so there'll actually be 58 in there. And so ETFs and stocks are all in the Stockradar portfolio, and you can see the top stocks: Ampol, Altium, car sales, etc. there. So that's the portfolio there. Then we come down to what I call map of the market. Now, if I just widen this chart off, you're going to lose me, I'm afraid, which is a bit of a disappointment, I know. But map of the market really shows you all the stocks I cover. So I've got down here all my sectors: industrial materials, consumer discretionary, etc., 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 down to transport. 14 sectors I have. I have trend intensity ratings on them all. Now, this might seem strange to you. This is the only one with a positive trend intensity rating, but when I look at some of these indexes here, these trend intensity ratings, there's still plenty of stocks. There are stocks running well, because I can see the stocks we cover, and these are the stocks we hold. So of the stocks here, in something like consumer discretion, we only hold half the stocks. The trend intensity rating is going to be around about the middle, around 0, something like that. So as we go down here, we find lots of stocks still are not trending. Remember, I've only got 46 stocks of 160 that are trending. So there's still a lot of stocks that are not in as yet. So we can see, of all the stocks that I cover, these are the stocks that I hold. So these are the portfolios. So this is the portfolio completely with all the stocks that I cover and organised data. Now, if I wanted to go to any of these sectors and have a look at what these stocks are, I just simply click on one of these sectors and it will take me there. Industrial materials, all these sectors are just below the map of the market. Okay, there's the trend intensity rating scale, and if we go to industrial materials, I'll just take you through the columns just so as you know exactly what they are and what to look for. Because I had a few queries this week and said, oh, I didn't even know the trading centre was there, or I didn't know that you did that. So this was what it's for, because I capitalise on trending stocks, and it's what I do. So for Boral, I can see here, it's the top stock in the top sector, and I can see all these little things are a chart. So I can see a simple chart where I bought it, I sold out here, I've rebought it here, and we're still in it here. Okay, so I can see where I've bought and where I've sold, where the new high is and where my stop loss is. Okay, now if I go across the table here, you can see the trend intensity rating is 9 on Boral. It will go to 10 this week because it's jumped again. It is a stock pick. Now here I've got my last entry and my entry price. So it last entered on the 27th of the 12th at $5.24. The current price is $5.85. That is last Friday's price, not this week's price. Remember, I'm a weekly person, so I just review all this and I update this at the end of the week. Okay? So on Monday morning you come in and it's all fresh and organised and new and ready for you, and the cupboard is clean and neat. Okay, so the stop loss is $5.27, which may or may not go up this week, and the amount of money we've made is 61 cents, or 11% at the moment. The reason I bought it was a new high. The next resistance, there is no resistance because it's making a new high, and I currently have taken a 7% dividend. So for each stock, whether it's CSR, it was already in the stock, James Hardie, Reliance Worldwide, Brickworks. These are all the stocks that I currently hold in industrial materials. If I go down to one of the stocks that I don't hold, which is Aurora, it's a -5. It's not a qualifying rating. It's not a stock pick. I can see the last time I exited and the last price I exited. Okay, I can see where the current price is. I can see where my current reversal level is for the stock to go above for me to buy. So I can very clearly see what level it is that I need Aurora to go above to buy, and I can see where the current support is at $2.20 on Aurora. Okay, and it goes through with Amcor and FBU, Fletcher Building, which is a -10. I can go down to consumer discretionary and have a look at this. Some of these stocks are having a bit of a break today, but I tell you what, things like Super Cheap Auto, JB Hive had massive rises this week, and even Breville Group's been a massive rise. So they've been a really good stock, and you can see these are the profits we've made from the end of the week last week. But you can go through all these and find exactly where the stops are and what I'm doing, and each week you come in and you see all this information. Okay, so that's the trading centre. Now, if I was to, I can go through all the sectors here. They're all down here with all the stock that I hold and all their information there. Okay. Now, if I wanted to pick a particular stock, up in the map of the market here, there is a little search thing. So if I keyed in something like, say, T&E, Technology 1, I want to have a look at that. I just click that in there. It tells me it's the consumer commercial services sector. I click that, it takes me straight to that sector, and I can see down here, here's Technology 1. Now, it's rating at 2, so it's this area, the grey area, is the area of interest, the neutral area where I'm looking for stocks to move into that trending zone, okay? So I'm going to have a closer look at the Technology 1. It's rating 2, so it's not a stock pick at the moment. I exited the last stock on the 10th of July last year at 15.06. Current price is 16.59. This is just Friday, and the reversal level is 16.76. So it is very close to its reversal level. In fact, if I have a look at the chart, I can have a look here. I can see very closely it's very, very near breaking to new all-time highs at the moment. And this is my current level for entry. Okay, so for Technology 1, I can see that support is 13, support is 10, so I can see very clearly and go through any other stocks here that I want to see as far as where their entry levels are, where the resistance are. So the grey areas, the grey neutral zones are where the little gems are hidden and waiting to go to the trend intensity zone. Now, if I wanted to manage a group of stocks, okay, so this is the trading centre, which has 160 stocks. If I wanted to manage this, if we go right up to the top back here, then our main menu is the trading centre. Here we've got your portfolio. Now I've set up a little portfolio here of my stocks, the ones that I'm watching, the ones that I'm holding. Okay, so you can make up your own little trading centre for yourself in Stockradar. So if I go in here, only the stocks that we cover, mind you, that's all we cover. So here you can see to the stocks that I hold, Car Sales, Aristocrat, ARB Corp, and you can see all their entry prices, entry date, entry price, what the closing price was last Friday, and where their stop level is, which is the key level. The only thing that I'm interested in now for Car Sales is that stop level, which is 31.06, which should go up again next week because the price has risen. Currently, 48% up at $11.29 profit at the moment. So we can go through all those stocks that we hold, Westpac, which is just a new entry, Soul Patterson, and then we go down to this area here, which stocks that I'm watching. Now, I talked about Technology 1 before. You can see that's here. National Australia Bank is there. It's rating at 3, almost a 4 qualifying level. Current price is 33.07. The trigger point is 33.14, so it's very, very close. And I can go and have a look at the chart here, and I can see this week it has broken through. Now, if that's confirmed on Friday, it's likely to be an entry next week. And the same thing with all these different stocks here, Vicinity Centres, Computer Share, they're all very close to their levels. Vicinity Centres is 205, 209. It's level. So this is a little portfolio you can set up for yourselves in Stockradar. And there is also a back testing facility if you also want to see how I've gone with some stocks over the years. Okay, so that's your portfolio. So I just wanted to show you, the areas of Stockradar Trading Centre, setting up your own portfolio in Stockradar. Okay, now we can also go now and see the other things I've got in the login area, in the members area, which is the newsletter and chronicles. So if we go back to the Stockradar website and back up to the top, we can see here our newsletter. So the newsletter here listing, you can see the last newsletter was every month I publish a newsletter. 31st of January 2024. And you can see comments, the stock of the month, the stocks that I cover, the bank stocks, any stock on alert. I have some articles here which I write on stop losses, and I also have trading tables. And you can see here back copies, December, November, October. So there's back copies of the newsletter if we'd have a look at it as well. Okay, so that's all there. And in Chronicles, these are a lot of articles that I've written over the years, going right back to 2010. A whole lot of articles. It could be on discipline, it could be on trading, it could be on ethics, it could be on volume, could be on MACD. There's all indexes in there for you to have a look at and locate. Plenty of reading, plenty of articles there for you to look at. Okay, so that's basically what we cover in Stockradar, in the members area, Trading Centre, Your Portfolio Newsletter and Chronicles. Okay, now, if I go back to the slideshow, we now go to what I also have in the free area of Stockradar is a blog, Stock Market Say It As We See It Ideas, and the weekly market YouTube update, which I'm doing right now. And also there's an About section, which I talked a bit about over the last couple of weeks, where you can find out everything you need to know about Stockradar. So if I go back to the Stockradar. So we're back on the landing page now, and you can see the About section, which I talked about previously, about the strategy, our services, guide to using Stockradar, articles on the trend intensity indicator, all sorts of different information, all about background about Stockradar. So if you want to subscribe or know more about it, all the information is there. Then we have the blog area. Okay, now the blog area shows you all the articles. There's a recent article put out, 7 reasons supporting a systematic analysis process. Now, if we look over here, you can see all the different categories: discipline, ethics, managing your super, portfolios, probability, psychology, and you go all through this trading areas. There's a whole lot of different articles in here for you, all as a resource for you to use. And there's archives which just go, so it's date-based rather than article-based. So there's plenty of information in there for you to have a look at and scan through and find the articles that you want. And you can see the recent posts here as well. Okay, so that is basically Stockradar. Just wanted to show you a little bit about that because I had a couple of calls today this week from members who weren't too sure about what was available. So I just thought I'd just show you all that sort of stuff. And especially for new people who are looking to subscribe to Stockradar, you can see exactly what is there and what's on offer, what you have to pay for and what you don't have to pay for. Okay, so that's basically what I'm going to talk about today. What's happening at Stockradar? Well, we've got a newsletter coming out next week. We reveal all our open positions at the moment, so you can see all those coming out. And you can also subscribe now to view all our upcoming stock picks, which will be appearing. Okay, so remember, tracking the winners in the Trading Centre is what I'm all about. I'm trying to focus you on the stocks that are about to move, and now really is a good time to do that. You make hay while the sun's shining, and so now is the time to do that. Okay, so use the Trading Centre to get organised and identify the stocks with the potential to break up and begin a trending move, and there are lots of them now. Okay, this is the time to hit the market because it is in the mood. Okay, so watch your trends, heed your stops, stay safe, and I'll see you all next week for more insights on Stockradar. Okay, thank you.